buttercup, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Hey guys, what's going on? Nerf herder here. I've got a commission, or a favor really, for a friend of mine. You guys know Dembek Relics, Dylan. Dylan has great taste. He always builds really cool stuff, and I started. A couple of us were talking about it in the group. Some good friends of mine. For a while, everyone was, especially Nevin, everyone was like, start a Corran Horn. For those of you who don't hear what I'm saying there, Corran Horn. They want to start a page on that, a group. So I started one, Sons of Corellia. I was actually really proud of that. Name's kind of like an MC type thing, but also Corran Horn. It's from Corellia. You get it. Anyways, I have a hilt that I installed. It was completely done by Dylan. This is his first, at least that I know of, because I kind of was the one that was trying to get him into doing one. I was like, hey buddy, like, I added him in the page. He's like, I don't have a Corran Horn, what am I doing? I was like, dude, but you might build one. So, but he did. He ended up building one, and it is cool, man. Lots of red buttons everywhere, and I like that. That's fun. This install was, for some reason, it's happened a couple times in my life of installing. You just have one of those ones that's so problematic for no reason other than some small things. I'm not going to go into it, but I was like, why can't I finish it? So I spent the entire day on this thing, and I did it, had to redo it, had to redo a bunch of things. Things weren't working. It was challenging, and I almost gave up on the world, but I was determined. So this is, for those who don't know, one that I really enjoy is the speeder bike handle saber. I've got my first attempt was my own take on what I was like, kind of like, oh, that's cool. This was, I used all my spare parts, they're MHS parts from the custom saber shop, and I made one. Kind of figured it was, like a speeder bike handle. Like it goes in there, you got your buttons, throttle, it really goes that way. And then of course y'all probably seen my my Maverick inspired Solos Hold inspired one that TJ helped me make, and it's one of my favorites. I really like this one. But one of the things that this one had that I did, and it doesn't have a battery in it or a neopixel connector right now because I took it out to use it for a customer when we were short on neopixel connectors. These are my switches, my tactile switches. They blink. So when I turn on the saber, the green will kind of bounce for a little bit, and then I press green, the red will cut on, it'll blink and get all whatever, and neopixel and everything. So Dylan was like, hey man, I want to do that too. And I was like, no, because it's a pain in the butt. And it's not so bad. You just got to drill the holes into the claw mount. Usually comes with these little retention holes. I just bore them out, slide that in there. But yeah, I forgot how many wires it takes. It's a lot of extra wires, and gotta get a chassis that has enough space to get it going. So this video is not going to be as long as my normal 30-minute video that I usually end up doing. Oh yeah, I got the neopixel connector in there from Smuggler's Outpost. Just because I'm only going to showcase the 3 fonts that are on my personal Corran Horn. I put them on here for show's sake because it's cool. Dylan, I'll show you where to get the fonts. I think at least the speeder bike one, if you don't have it already, he may have it, and then we'll do the same thing. I did a little bit of customization on the sound fonts on this for my personal ones. So I have the speeder bike sound font. I made 2 banks of it, so I have different sounds going on, and I use different smooth swing pairs I customized the font a lot. But if you guys hear this sound font in the video, which I'm sure a lot of people are going to ask me in the comment section, where do I get that sound font? Sabers Forever will have a version of it, but the ones you're hearing in this, I played with myself. This is my add-ons to his font, just the way I like to do it. So I don't want to hear it. You can't buy it from me. I can tell you how to get it. That's about it. I know I'm going to hear a lot of people asking the questions, and then most people don't even watch these whole videos. They go straight to the comment section and go, "Hey, what sound fonts was that?" You missed it at 5 minutes and 20 seconds. I was talking about it. All right, let's go ahead and boot it up. This is Corellian by Mad Cow. See how you got your once it's up and awake. Yeah, that blinking light, and I forget how bright it is, man. You don't really want to stare directly into that sucker. No neopixel blade plug. I just finished this up. I don't have anything extra. Dylan, you can deal with that whenever you get the saber back. And then there's your red one too. I made the auxiliary the thumb, just 'cause I feel like if you're, speeder bike. Oh yeah, and I have some post-ops and pre-ons. Because I'm fancy. I mean, if you guys don't know that, that's your fault. Oh. Force wave. Oh, come on. There we go. That dual phase switches to another crystal. That's a lower hum. Love that. On my Corran Horn, it's set to always do it. On the newer Crystal Focus 10, I'm sorry guys, this is a Crystal Focus 10. It has a bunch of random force waves. You can set it to where you just have the one. I haven't done that, so head back to normal. And it pulls the force energy out of the weapon, or the energy. That was one of his force abilities. There it is again. That dual phase. So cool. Alright, let's go ahead and put the blade in. A 1-inch blade. Yeah, sorry. This is a Smuggler's Outpost speaker, Smuggler's Outpost connector. JR did the chassis. Switches are from the Custom Saber Shop. Let's go ahead and get this one going. You ready? A little harder to see the blade effects on that color. I'll switch it up. Gotta set spectrum mode. Sorry, bro. That's one of my more favorite retractions. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. It's the one I've been playing with a lot. The blade kind of like folds back in. It's really cool. Here, I'll show you one more time. See it tailing? Oh, so good. That's the simple things. Alright, let's go to the next font.
Sound bank selection.
Speed bike. Every single time. It's my favorite. It's probably my favorite force wave out of any of them. God, I love it. I love it so much. One more time. Whoop. Oh, come on. I'm doing that just for fun. Oh, so much fun, man. Dylan builds a lot of Canon Y style sabers. This is a Canon Flash, Canon Y unit. Why? Why not? Because it looks cool, man. These are great. It does a lot of scrap flexes and other things like that with these as well, and it's really cool. I've never gotten into it. I need to. I just never buy these vintage pieces. What else was I gonna say? I spent the whole day doing the saber, and I'm kind of out of it. But I wanted to get the video done and play with it because I just finished it, and it was one of those moments where it came to life, and I was like, oh man, we gotta play. We gotta play. Again, the sound font is not your standard sound font. I made that. I put smooth swing pairs from, I think, maybe Sidious's saber. Oh, battery level indicator. Not too bad. Different power ons. Last font I'm going to show. Whoops. Oh, this is the music track that comes with it. Very cool. I forgot about that.
Sound bank selection.
And here we go. The last one. Is it? Let's get a nice blue. Closest thing I can get to silver. I don't have a silver blade made. That's another thing. His blade is silver, usually. Ah, yeah. I love those post-offs. I think those are from Mad Cow did a boot to the head font package where you could get a bunch of little like clicks and all these robotic noises and gears and stuff. And I've used them for a couple different things, but prions and post-offs seem to be some of the coolest features of that. All right. That was always a good time, man. Always a good time when you're playing with a speeder bike handle. So, yeah. Sons of Corellia. I'll post this on there. The first time I get to post something other than my sabers and whatnot. But, it's just a really fun concept, man. There is a lot of different interpretations of Corran Horn saber, the speeder bike handle saber. You can pretty much do whatever you think. I mean, think about how many speeder bikes and stuff there are in the Star Wars universe. How many throttles and whatnot. I mean, you can make a bunch of different. You know, as long as you have the same, in my opinion, as long as you have the same speeder bike handle, like this could be a piece that was on a bike. And then maybe some other pieces got added on. I mean, this freaking bike handle, speeder bike handle. It's like a motorcycle handle. I mean, think about it. Like, how cool is that? You can do pretty much whatever you want to get the gist of this was on a speeder bike. It's one of my favorite aspects about it is there's a ton of different things you can do. But I love the way he did this. I didn't even think about doing a Canon flash unit because it has a bunch of different things going on. Definitely looks like, you know, it takes a second for you to look at it and go, what is that? But I really enjoyed it, man. When I first rolled this thing out, I was like, oh, this is really cool. It's got some great weight to it. It's a good size. It's another thing about Corran Horn sabers. They tend to be a little shorter because if you think about it, it is kind of a one-handed. Because, you know, you got, if you were on a speeder bike,
Sound bank selection.
Cool. Yeah, there you go. Dylan, I still got to tweak a little bit, tiny bit on it. We'll offer this shit up probably sometime soon, the next few days. Make sure it's good to go by the time I send it back to you, like always. But yeah, guys, this is really cool. Dylan, I'm glad you finally bit the Corran Horn bug and was like, I'll do one. So bit the bug. You got the bug to do it, and I was like, heck yeah. That's what I was trying to do. This is my fault. Technically, I take full responsibility for this. No, but I don't want it to go. It's mine now. Oh, it's fun. All right, so you just untwist. And be gentle. It takes a little bit of force, but not a lot. And there's your speaker, battery, soundboard, some of this tape for now, until we get a better solution. Looking at getting one of those bands or something. Those little, like, I see people use them. That'd probably be pretty good thing to snag. I need to get like a roll or something like that just to have them. Usually, sometimes I use my my tape that I have. It's just like a craft tape. It's fine. But I know some people don't like that look. They want a real clean look on the inside. I get it. I understand. So that would probably be a better alternative. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry it's late, and I probably should have done this another time, but I was like, let's make a video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you guys are interested in Dylan's work, I've talked about him quite a bit on this channel. I've done quite a few of his sabers on this channel. He offers just an amazing service, weathering, customization, hilt production. He doesn't machine his own hilts though. I told him I was like, I sent everyone over there. They're like, I'm like, yeah, he machines them. I don't do that. But he will. Yeah, he will definitely build you something really cool. So hit him up, talk to him, see what he can do, see what you can work with it, and you will not be disappointed. These hilts are beautiful. Every time I unwrap them, I'm like, man, the weathering is great. It really is. I did the weathering on the emitter though, because I screwed up the emitter and had to get him another one. But yeah, I tried to mimic it as best I could from what you did originally, Dylan, from your emitter. It was just barely weathered. That's another thing about this one. Usually Dylan has some hardcore weathering on his sabers, but this one he went subtle, and I was like, oh, surprised me, man. So I tried to mimic that just a little bit in the sections, the grooves and whatnot. So, all right, cool. Well, I got a bunch more stuff coming up, guys. Lots more commissions. For those of you asking if you've made it this far, you watched the whole video, and you are wondering if I'm taking commissions, I'm fully booked at the moment, and I need a break. I've got quite a few I want to catch up on, and then some personal ones. But don't think that I'm like, I'll never take commissions again. Just as of now, I need to catch up. When I have too many on the bench, it is not fair for everyone. So, but I enjoy doing it, even if it's difficult. All right, guys. I'll continue to pump out more videos coming up, and hope you guys enjoy them. I hope you guys are still staying safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video.
Who's scruffy looking?